Okay, beauty fam, Sisley is having its friends and family 20% discount sale going on. I thought I'd hop on here, try out this new microphone. I don't know if it's working, we'll see. But I don't have anything on my face other than skincare. And so what I have today are recommendations. I actually started today with this, and it's a little sample I have, but I've gotten this before, but I'm using up all the samples I have. This is the Sisley All Day All Year Essential Anti-Aging Face Lotion. And I have that on my face. And when I use Sisley, my face, it's so like sensitive skin friendly that I often don't feel like I need to wear makeup. So I started today with that. And I love this as an everyday, but it is spendy. So I'm using whatever samples I have. This is another product. I actually don't know if this is available on the US site. I might have gotten this through the European retailers because there's different regulations in the United States for SPF. So if they have this, I will tag it. But this is the SPF 50 plus PA plus UVA protection. And I do like the European and Asian standards of SPF. I feel like they're better regulated, and I like to get sunscreen from Asia or Europe, and this is such a lovely product. I actually have this on my face as well. So this is what I mean when I have Sisley products on my face. I don't feel the need to wear a lot of makeup. This is my holy grail everyday product. This is the Sisley under eye cream, and also for the upper lip. So as we age, this starts to get crepey and wrinkly as well. This is actually called the Sisley Integral Anti-Age Eye and Lip Contour Cream. And this is probably my 4th jar of this cream. Out of all the Sisley products, I would say if there is one product that I will not ever do without, it is this eye cream, because I can't live without eye cream anymore with my age. I've tried different eye creams and I always come back to this. So this is what the jar looks like. There is a protective cap on here to keep it moisturized. If not, it'll start to get hard and like not as creamy, so you have to take that off every day, and it does come with a spatula. So with this Sisley sale, they actually have this as a combination, which I love to do every morning, and it's a roller. It's gold colored. I don't think it's actually gold, but it's so soothing on the eyes. And every morning I start my day doing this. And if I'm feeling extra puffy too because of allergy season, I actually do use this throughout the day. It's so soothing, and I really do think it helps with my puffiness. So there's a combination of this. With this sale, they also have a package of these 2 products. This is the day cream, and this is the evening mask, or just an eye mask. I actually call it the evening because I actually use this as my under eye cream in the evening. And I believe they have a sale price of these 2 items plus this roller that I will be picking up, because I go through these, like these 2 will last probably a good 9 to 10 months of the year, and then I have to replenish it. And if I can get these on sale now, yeah, I'm gonna do it. So you can see where a little goes a long way, but I like this in that it's a tube. It's not like these fancy containers. I actually do prefer the tube, and I can see how much is coming down the pike of when I need to replace it. It's meant to be an eye contour mask, and it's more of like a gel, and I love it. I just put it above here and over here at night, and I actually use this as my night cream. And look at my eyes. I know I have dark circles, which is genetic, but my eyes look so good compared to other products I've used. So these 2 are like my holy grail products, and this is the one I would not live ever without, the Sisley product here, this anti-aging eye cream. This is also a holy grail, but it's so expensive that I've like been putting it off. This is the Sisley Double Tenseur Primer. And really, it's like almost like a gel primer. And again, when my face is like really in a good condition using Sisley, I often don't have to use makeup. So let me just show you what it looks like. It's basically a gel, and 1 pump is enough, and it's a primer. I love the smell of Sisley. It's a botanical, I think. And some botanical skincare is like so strong because they like take the essence of a lot of botanicals, but it's not like that with Sisley. It's very gentle and I don't mind it. It is a French company, but there are some identical and products where it's just so strong. I don't like it. And so that is the primer, and it has this like the perfect amount of grip. I've often used this when my face is red after a treatment, or I'm just having a reaction, rosacea, I ate something, and I will use this and my skin is just so much better. And I often will just either just use this by itself, but when I'm having a special event, I also use it as my primer. Moving on to makeup, I want to put some of this Phyto-Teint Perfection on my face, and I use the shade 3W2 Hazel, and this is like the almost perfect matte foundation for me. So it's very, very pigmented and you don't need a lot. And they even say 1 drop should be enough for your face, but actually I think I remember using 2. So that is like 1 drop, and I'm going to show you how far that goes. So we're going to just put that on my face. And just so you know, it's not going to be a perfect match because when I bought this was before summer, and I bought this probably in winter, spring. So my face was much lighter. So it's going to look lighter, just so you know. But it's a pricey product, so I'm not going to buy a winter shade or a summer shade. It's just not cost effective. And what I'm going to do is just use bronzer to kind of correct everything so it blends to my actual skin. But this is such a beautiful matte natural foundation. I love it. And there's some skincare qualities in there. It's like skin perfecting. That's the thing about Sisley, is that they're really skincare first. And a lot of their makeup, they put skincare in it. And this is before it became really popular, because Sisley really started as a skincare brand. So that was less than, probably like about a pump. So let's put the rest of this. And you do have to work quickly. That's why I remember doing one side at a time. So you can see it doesn't have much left. So I'm going to have to probably go in with another pump. I'm going to go in with just kind of like half a pump. It's even just more of a quarter. And that's really all I need. It's very pigmented. And I do like this foundation because you don't need a lot. And so if there's not a lot of product putting on your face, it doesn't end up looking cakey, which I like at this age, in this like stage of my life. Kind of like less is more, but I still kind of get like medium to full coverage. Look at that. It just smoothed out all my redness, and I didn't use all that much of a product. And I don't necessarily feel this foundation on my face. It feels really good. It feels almost like skincare. And I'm going to go ahead and like just sweep that under my eyes because I have some darkness here. And I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to do concealer before I continue on with work today. So okay, that is it with my concealer done. I used to have Sisley concealer, but it got old and I had to get rid of it. But it was a really good natural concealer, but it's been since replaced. I am now going to reach for my Holy Grail powder. Oops, this is the Sisley powder. A lot of it just shot out. This is Matte 2. This is my favorite powder. And I don't like this mechanism. I just showed you why. But I tolerated the mechanism because it's so good, and I actually decanted the powder and put it in a better container. It's a different powder receptacle, but this is Matte 2. It comes in 4 different shades, and this is the matte one where it's obviously it's matte, and the other one is more like iridescent. I think it has like some like light shimmer qualities, but this never fails me. I'm actually gonna just take it out of here. I just really hate that mechanism. But it shows you how much I love that powder because I tolerate that terrible powder container so much. I just decanted it. So I definitely recommend this powder. I've tried to put this powder with other brands and nothing matches this. It's just like the best powder for me with aging skin. It just mattifies but doesn't dry out my skin. It doesn't cling to my dry patches or my texture. It's just always a beautiful finish. So next up is the Sisley bronzer, and I recently did a bronzer decluttering, and I actually decided to keep this one because it's so good. And the reason why this bronzer, I love it so much, is that Baked Gelée formula. Unfortunately, there's only one shade. Sisley could always do better with this. Obviously, there's one shade, but it's this Baked Gelée formula, so it's very subtle, and I know a lot of people just kind of like use it all over the face to warm up their face, and they don't just use it here on the high points of their cheek. It's kind of like a really, for if you're light to medium, it's a great product to just kind of bring back dimension and color to your face if you're feeling a little pale. And I just love this. It's like a, because it's pretty light and gel, it's like a Baked Gelée formula. It's very forgiving. Great. See, it just brings some color back into my face so it doesn't look so one-dimensional after putting that foundation on. Highly recommend this gel bronzer if you want kind of like a really subtle, like healthy glow kind of bronzer. Baked Gelée, and it is made in Italy. All right, I did my mascara. I don't have Sisley mascara. The ones that I've used, I haven't been able to get along with. I'm really picky with my mascaras because I have very straight, short Asian lashes, and I found their mascaras to be too wet, and that if they're too wet, they tend to just then lose the curl, and that's just been my experience. So we'll continue on with the products I do have. And maybe we'll do this. I'm going to let the mascara dry, but I have 4 lip products that I love of theirs. And I'll show you the ones that I have. I have 3 of their lipsticks. And these are the, what are they called? The Sisley Le Feutre Rouge. And they come with this velvet case. So pretty. I have 3 of them. And I do like to keep them in their cases because they look, I just love this red. I actually prefer the covering more than the actual leopard, giraffe, I don't know, the zebra print. I think it's very dated. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of cheesy, but I don't really like this leopard print. But I do like the velvet pouch it comes in. I have the shade Rose Bolshoi, and why don't I just show you all of them here. So that is the container, pretty weighty for luxury beauty. This is Rose Bolshoi, Beige Bali, number 24, which it don't says the name, sorry, it just says 24. This is a berry shade. I love this one. So definitely more of a rose pink, an orangey, like nude, and then this berry color. And then I also have the, what are these called? The Sisley, they're called the Phyto Lip Twist, and this is a matte. They also come in like more of a gloss, but this is a matte color. You can tell I have a type, but let me swatch these for you really quick. So this is Rose Bolshoi, Beige Bali, number 24, and then this is 21. It's matte. I like this one more when I'm paler. I think with my tan, it looks a little bit weird, like it needs a brown liner. But definitely if you're lighter than me, this is a really pretty color. This is that one here. This is Rose Bolshoi. Okay, this one is Beige Bali. Like an orangey kind of pink color. And I forgot to show you the lipstick. When you first get it, the bullet is like angled 5 different ways, so it's more hexagonal, and it's really nice to, like this angled right to put on your lip curvature. But as you use it, it just kind of comes down to like the normal lipstick. I also have this is Auburn. This is a lip pencil. The lip pencils are so luxe. I love this formula. Super expensive, but they could do better with shade range, but I like this one. Let me use it. This one, yeah, it looks a lot better. So that's the color Auburn. This is number 24. I don't know the name of it, but it's 24. This is my favorite one. I just think this is better suited for my skin tone and undertone. And I love this in the fall if I'm wearing the right outfit that's more cool toned. It's just such a beautiful color. It's can run a little bit more pink, berry, depending on what I'm wearing. I just love this. So out of the three, this is my favorite. And this is shade 21, and this is in the Phyto Lip Twist Matte. And I love these sticks too because they come in more of a gloss or a matte shade. It's pretty much this similar color to 24 Berries, but it has less sheen and less pink, and I feel like it's more matte. And the one thing I'd have to say is I don't like this mechanism. I do like this part of putting it on, but like the cap always gets messy. So I'm not sure why it always gets messy, but no matter how many times I clean this, it just always gets really messy. So yeah, I'm not sure about this color just because it's so pigmented, it just gets really dirty right away. But it's such a pretty color. So this is shade 21. Really gush about these. These are my favorite, one of my favorite liners in my entire collection. I kind of discovered these probably a year ago, how wonderful these Sisley liners are. They remind me a better version of the Chanel liners, and I like them more than the Chanel because the Chanel ones are notorious for getting dry. Like even if you cap them and you're within the window of them being good, like they dry down quicker. Whereas this formula, it's very similar, but it doesn't dry down as fast, and there's more of like a gel consistency. The Sisley remind me of a cross between the Chanel Stilo liners meets Chantecaille. So there's like a bit more give and gel kind of quality. And they come in like a matte formula, which is this one. And then they come in, they're a waterproof formula. And waterproof and then sparkling and not sparkling. So let me just show you which ones. This is matte one, number 6. Again, it's kind of like a roll-up tip, not a need one that sharpens. But look, I love that color. It's kind of this neutral brown, but it's very matte. And you do have a little tip here if you want to sharpen them. Mystic Green, number 8. Such a pretty color, and you have some playtime here for smudging if you want, but then after a while it definitely does dry down. Color Mystic Blue, so it's like a shimmer shade, and this is Mystic Blue number 7. And I reach for this one a lot. It has this beautiful sheen. Can you see that? Let me smudge it a little bit so you can see. So pretty. It's sparkling blue, and this has more sparkle in it. So I don't think you can put this in your waterline. You can actually see a little bit of the glimmer in there. There you go. So you can see, I would use this on the top liner or underneath, but definitely not on the waterline. So you can see just really, really wonderful liners. I have these left to use up, so I'm not going to buy any at the sale. But if you're looking for really great eyeliners, like I would not hesitate to get them. The last thing I'm going to show you is the Sisley Phyto Eye Twist. And these are like also like eyeliner, but it's more of like a smudging kind of mechanism where you can put that all over your lid. This is shade 7. Kind of like this plum color. I don't know if it's showing you there. And this is getting old. I've had this like well over 2 years. I should probably just get rid of it. But this can be an all over smudgy liner. But it's also forgiving. You can see how it kind of sheared out. I've often reached for this when I'm really busy and I just want to look somewhat together and looks like I put something on my eyes, and you definitely have used this. So I put on my eyes, number 8, the Mystic Green, and you can see I put a really thick layer on it. And I would have to now then reach for a pencil, having a pencil brush to just smudge out the liner a bit. You do have some playtime. I'm gonna wing this out a little bit. I'm just taking that, whatever's left over, putting that in the bottom lid. So I highly recommend their eyeliners. They're pretty spendy without a sale, so I definitely recommend the eyeliners if you're interested or in the market to get eyeliners that are kind of twist up. These are so fantastic. Okay, the last stuff I want to show you is their skincare. I'm done with the makeup. I actually don't have any of their blush or eyeshadows. Their prices are really expensive, so I am blushed out. I have a lot of blushes, so for me, it didn't make sense to get Sisley blush because I really love their powder products and their skincare. So, and the colors for the blushes look pretty standard. There was nothing special that I've seen that I haven't seen with other brands, so I passed on that. And I tried their liquid eyeshadow. I don't recommend those. I did a review of those and they went on fantastic for like a good first 1 to 3 months, but then they dried and like the formula just fell apart. It was terrible after spending so much money on those liquid eyeshadows. So save your money. I don't recommend those. I know they came out with new ones, but I have not tried that. Maybe they fixed the formula. I'm talking about the original release of, they had like an orangey peach, a brown, and a green, and I love them at first. Like my looks were so great, the swatches were beautiful, and then right around the 3-month mark they started to fall apart, and when I did swatches later they were just streaky. So I don't recommend those based on how they performed last time. So let's talk about skincare. I showed you a little bit at the beginning. One that I love that I probably am thinking about picking up is the Velvet Nourishing Cream. I have really sensitive skin. I have rosacea and eczema, and I have makeup on now so you can't see it, but pre-makeup you saw like my face was uneven. I use that Velvet Nourishing Cream when I'm having a breakout and I just love it. I use that as my day cream, as an evening cream. I think as we're heading into winter, it's a lovely thicker cream for the face. If I'm having a really bad like reaction, this is my holy grail. I'm going to show it to you. This is the facial mask with linden blossom, and it's a sensitive skin formula. It has something in here where it just cools down my face. So if I'm having a rosacea breakout, I will put this on my face and like it's just so much better. So you can put this on your skin for like 1 to 20 minutes. Let me see if I can show you. So it's very thick, very, very thick. You don't need a lot. So that's just that little amount. You can just start putting on your face where you're having like just like sensitive issues with your face. So I actually you just leave it on. So you definitely want to do this at home. You leave it on for 10 to 20 minutes. Or I've actually used this as my night cream and I've gone to bed, and then morning like my skin is just like not mad at me anymore. So I just love this. This is like a holy grail product for me. And I've had this for over a year. It says it's expired, but I still use it because I paid a lot for it. And yeah, it's lasted more than a year. And I don't reach for this all the time. It's just when I'm having a flare up. And I love this. It does have a very strong smell, whatever botanical. So if you're like really not into that, it almost smells like baby powder. That's what it smells like. But I don't know if it's baby powder. It's probably the linden, whatever that is. But yeah, it definitely has a smell. Check it out. But I swear by this and it calms my face. The other two masks that I love this Velvet Sleeping Mask. And I actually first heard about this through Michelle Wong, and she swore by it, and it's such a lovely product. The Velvet Sleeping Mask with saffron flowers, and I really love their line of saffron. So that Velvet Nourishing Cream, and also has saffron. So this also has like healing kind of cooling agents on the face, and it's restorative comfort. And when I want my face to look like really hydrated and healthy, I will put this on. I've used this as a night cream. This is the one it's not as thick as the Linden facial mask, this one. So I actually don't really want to show you. It's just thinner, like I'll tear a little bit here on the top. It's not as thick, so it's more just like a traditional lotion, so it absorbs in the face. And it's just super hydrating. I love it. So if you're looking for like an all-around generic, like hydrating facial mask, I would really recommend the Velvet Sleeping Mask. I think this could be for all skin types. And then the last one, which I just use for plumping and hydrating, is the Express Flower Gel, this one. And this is the hydrating and toning mask. I use this if in the summer particularly because it's more like gel-like. Let me show you. It's like 1/3 left in here. It's like this, and it's more like a gel consistency. So if you like masks that are more like gel, this is a really nice one. It's very cooling. Out of all of these are like, this is the one that feels most like aloe, if you will. And the others are more like lotion or a heavy face cream. Love all of these, but if I were to tell you like which one is my favorite, like this is a holy grail one for me just because of my skin condition, but I think this is going to be the one that most people like in a generic way. Like this is the one that everyone talks about because it really does what it says. So I'd say 1, 2, and then 3. Like I would definitely repurchase these. I don't know if I'd repurchase that. I just wanted to try it, but definitely would repurchase the sleeping mask, the velvet sleeping mask, and then the facial mask here. All right, the last thing I'm going to show you is the exfoliating enzyme mask. And a beauty friend here in the space, she doesn't post too many videos nowadays because she's really busy, but I love her content. She's based in Canada and Vancouver, and she's Born Blushing, and she actually has a review of this entire enzyme mask. And around the same time, I think we were like, had tried it out. I had gotten a sample because, you know, I make friends with the essays when I can. And they sent me some samples, and boy, this stuff works. So because I have rosacea and sensitive skin, I'm really, really not keen on doing any peels for my face because I have to be careful. Like I've done peels before, estheticians who are not trained in supporting people who have eczema and rosacea can really wreck your skin. I've had my skin ruined because of that. So I'm just really leery of any sort of like really aggressive like peeling or enzyme masks, even if they're natural. That's the other hot tip. Like just because they're saying it's papaya or natural doesn't mean that it's not going to ruin your face. So I was really leery about trying this. It's literally a 1-minute face mask, and it's powder. It's kind of like that rice powder consistency. Let me show you. So it's this powder, and then you kind of do a 1-to-1 ratio, and you basically lather it and put it on your face. It basically creates a paste. You put it on for a minute, and then your face looks instantly exfoliated. So I think this says you can do that, I want to say 1 to 2 times a week. I think I only do it once a week because I don't want to be aggressive in peeling off any goodness that I have. But other people have tougher skin than me. You can do up to 2 times a week, but I only do 1, and like my skin looks pretty damn good, right? And this is like the perfect mask for me. Like it does take time to do these, and it'll be usually at night. And the best thing for me is actually just to put it on and fall asleep. But if we're talking about this, you can't fall asleep with this. Like this is one that you basically do 1 minute, and I actually do it in the morning, and I brush my teeth because you brush your teeth usually for 2 minutes. And I take it off, and then like my face is done. Like for that week I did a facial mask. So I love it for that. It actually works, and it's less than it's like 1 minute, and it's just super, super convenient and easy. I don't know if it illuminates, but my skin just does look like brighter. I don't think this is a whitening one. I don't think it is, but it just looks really healthy. So yeah, definitely recommend getting this. And it's a high price point, but you can see, I don't know if you can see, basically I've had this almost a year, and I'm only halfway through. So this is going to last you, I don't know, at least a good year, or if not 2 years, depending on how much you exfoliate. So if you exfoliate twice a week, then it's probably you're going to finish it, but I do once a week, and it's like still half full. Okay, beauty fam, I hope that was helpful. You know, if you want to shop the sale, go ahead and use my affiliate link. That is one way you can help out me of my channel, and anything I earn, I put back into the channel and buy products so I can review for you. I don't buy everything for beauty because I'm very selective of what I buy, because I actually buy things that I know I'm only going to use, that I'm interested. I don't buy things just to review. And I think some YouTubers do that, like that is their job. But for me, I only pick what I know, what I'm genuinely interested in. And so any commission that I earn, it's already built into the price. And that's a way for you to help me out on my channel. I just buy products that I'm interested in, and then I share with you what I think of them. I don't Otherwise, I mean, I'd be buying them anyway. Just hope that it's helpful and that you can find a shade match, because that's kind of why I started my channel. But also, I am a person who has really, like, I've had really bad experience with finding skincare that works for me because I have rosacea and eczema and melanated skin. So like all those things, like I've had really bad experiences. So I'm always looking for like what's gonna be actually true and efficacy of what they're claiming and actually work, at least in my experience, for my skin type and experience. I'm not an esthetician. I'm just like a normal person that is trying to age gracefully and take care of my skin. So I hope that's helpful, beauty fam, or at least it was fun to hang out, but you don't have to shop the sale at all. You know, there's the joy of missing out, which a friend of mine, you know who you are. You don't have to buy anything. There's going to be lots of sales going on between now and Christmas. They're already talking about it because people are not spending a lot of money. So I think there's going to be a lot of sales. So if this video has been helpful for you in deciding what to buy or not to buy for gifts or whatnot, thanks for hanging out. And then if you want to support my channel and content, then you can use the affiliate links. Yeah, and I appreciate you all for joining me and subscribing. And then as always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, beauty fam, take good care. Saying goodbye to you. Bye.